This is Scott Gibson, a competitor for the RoboColumbus Plus 2024 competition. Scott has been very successful in the previous competitions, though he's never gotten a perfect score at Steve's house. So this is what his goal is for this time, is to get that perfect score. And this is his Belch robot, which we've seen before, but he has made some changes.
This is the current reigning champion, yes.
Yeah, but
yeah, we have new sensors this year, sonar sensors now, and they're also on a gimbal, so they pivot based on the robot's attitude.
okay.
And they can also pivot in and out. So when I'm coming up on a cone, I actually kind of focus in on the cone, because I use these to line up on the cone.
Right.
So I basically make them parallel,
Well,
and then use that for steering.
Okay. I see that you painted this yellow this year.
Yeah, that is actually officially OSHA yellow. I had a spray can of it, so I thought, well, OSHA safety yellow would probably be good there.
Okay. This is still a Pixie cam?
Yes, that's a Pixie cam, which used to be mounted up here last year.
No, that was a Pixie cam too, if I remember right.
Yeah, well, this is actually a Pixie cam too as well. It's just one of the later ones with the different
yeah, M20
lens
lens
on
or
it,
whatever,
yeah.
M12 or whatever.
yeah, whatever they are, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But
So
the electronics are basically the same. There's a Raspberry Pi in here. I have an interface board because I have a CAN bus in here. My motor drives on either side talk over a CAN bus. So this interface board interfaces the Raspberry Pi to the CAN bus, among some other things. I use the UARTs out of it. And
how often do you update the motor controllers?
every 50 milliseconds, so 20 times a second.
20 times a second. Okay.
Yeah, 20 hertz.
Okay.
Seems to work out because you can overdrive it, because you have to give it time to react to what you're telling it to do.
Yeah.
Plus,
So-
I don't do steps on velocity. Everything is ramped. So if my code says, okay, go from 0 speed to full speed, it doesn't just create a full speed demand. I actually have an acceleration routine. So I don't get huge steps in my PID loop, which makes it a lot more stable.
Okay. Still a B&O?
No, this is a Spartan navigation. This is actually a aviation certified AHRS, they call it. So it's a commercial grade, very expensive module.
Okay.
It works quite well though.
Okay. And that's so.
And that talks over serial.
Okay. So that's your IMU.
Yeah.
Okay. And your GPS is.
The GPS radio or antenna is here. The GPS radio is actually mounted. You can't hardly see it. It's mounted underneath
Yeah, I see the antenna
interface
lane.
board.
Okay. Is it a U-block?
Yeah, it's a U-block. It's an F9.
F9?
Yeah.
Okay. So F9, that's the one with waypoint?
Yeah, you could use it. I think you can use it that way. That it does the GNSS satellites and. So,
But it's not
But I'm
RT.
not using. I think it does have like a direction output, but I'm not using it right now.
Yeah, RTK. It's not RTK.
No, it's not RTK.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm still kind of heading to the waypoint and guessing where the cone is. Although I have enhanced my search routine. Like if it goes to a waypoint and doesn't find the cone or doesn't see the cone, then it has a search routine that it does. And I spend a lot of time working on that, trying to enhance that so that you kind of get it from all angles. Because what you find, especially like this time of year, the shadows are really long because the sun's really low on the horizon. So you get all these varying colors of the cone. So it helps with that.
Okay. So you've been refining this for a couple of years now. It's very nicely made. What are these little antenna things?
Those are that's one of the improvements this year. That's actually an RC receiver is under here, and so this is the antennas for the RC receiver. But I mean, you can just look at it as ears.
Yeah.
So you got the eyeballs,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
little ears up here, and
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, I'm using like a PPM output from the radio receiver. I used to have a like a Bluetooth link,
Yeah.
but it had, you know, it was a class 1, but the range was kind of spotty. So I ended up just putting because I was using the RC radio for remote control for my other robot Turd.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd harmonize that. So I got the receiver, and works out pretty well. I can actually start and stop it. If my overrides from here, I can start it running a course.
Okay, so this is where your safety switch comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
my safety switch for both of them. And it's nice
Are they-
because I use the same thing for both of them.
Is this a little bit of an upgrade?
No, I had those thumb screws last time.
Okay. I
The
didn't.
crack is new.
New crack. Okay. All right. Anything else that I'm missing? What's this right here?
That's the idler tension there's a chain that connects both wheels to the motor.
Yeah.
And that's a little idler wheel that I can tension the chain with.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. One of these days I'd love to see your chain drive. But anyway.
Yeah, it's buried down in there.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's even got a cover on it, because the motor drives sit on top of it, and then there's actually a cover too, to keep, you know, any debris or whatever getting caught into it. So.
Well, Scott, good luck. Maybe you get that perfect score this time. We'll see.
Well, that's the goal.
This guy is what you consider of your 2 entries. This is your primo entry.
Yeah, this is the one I care about. This one here is just a stepchild.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's terribly unreliable. So
Yeah. We'll talk about him next.